Hey, you guys, we're back on the podcast here, the David Cerebral Palsy and Fitness podcast with Nick Yerhart. He's actually a 10x life coach, and he's gonna tell us a little bit about what he does. He also has cerebral palsy like myself. So welcome, Nick.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm glad as well. So, to kind of start off this podcast, tell us a little bit about you. How did Nick become the Nick who he is today, especially with trying to overcome cerebral palsy? What obstacles did you face early on in life?
Oh man, I faced a lot of them. Let's just start at the beginning. So at about 1 year old, the doctors told my mom that I had cerebral palsy. That's when I got diagnosed. And then they also told her that I would never walk. Um, that was pretty difficult for her to hear. They said I wouldn't walk, and as I got older, I would have to be in a home where they can, take care of me. So, that was, she just accepted it, and that was it. Well, at the age of 4 years old, my dad asked me if I wanted to learn how to walk on my own. And of course, I said yes. So then him and my mom worked with me. They would have me hold their hands. So I'd be holding their hands like this. And they would just walk around with me like that, for it was like 6 months to a year. And then finally, I was able to walk on my own. I didn't walk very good. I fell all the time. I still fall here and there, but
Right.
uh, the more you fall, the the better at falling you get. So
That's
now
true.
I'm an expert at falling.
That's true. I mean, it's a common thing among people with cerebral palsy, especially because it affects the brain. It's neuro, but it affects everybody differently. So I'm pretty sure with you, you had different ways that affected you, and then it had different ways that affected me. Like I don't know if you're very terminological with it, but I have spastic. I was a spastic quad, so I couldn't really walk or do anything early on in life. Did you ever get like the exact diagnosis? Like, I know you have CP, but what type of
Yeah,
CP you have?
I have the same thing. It's just
Okay,
spastic. Yeah,
so you're spastic mostly.
yep.
Does it affect like your right side, like your left side, or
So it's more. It affects my right side more than my left, but it definitely affects both. But yeah, I definitely have more movement on my left side than my right side. So
oh, that's awesome.
yeah.
You know, it's 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 why we're so grateful for these technologies and things that we have in our lives that helps us overcome and cope through it. You know, it's a pretty fantastic thing to be able to have. And I don't know about you, but I see it as a way of being able to encourage people that to be grateful for what they have and to not be so upset about what they don't and why they're dealing with a certain situation. Like we both could sit here and complain about having cerebral palsy and have everybody do stuff for us and pity us when we have more potential than more people think. And mind you, we still deal with a lot of stigmatism in society where we're stigmatized often. It could be everyday life, it could be in the workplace, you know, out in public. So I don't know if you feel that way yourself. So
Oh yeah, I agree. I get judged every day. It's normal. But like just a couple of years ago, it bothered me every time that somebody judged me, or just I would start judging myself before somebody else did. Like that's kind of how it was. It's like I was so insecure that I wouldn't even talk to people that I didn't know. Like if me and my family or friends went to a restaurant, I would ask them to order my food because I didn't want to talk to the waiter, you know. But then, about a year ago, I really started to work on my self confidence and my mindset, and like I really started to love who I am. So now, when I meet somebody that I don't know, I can talk to them just like me and you are talking. Like it
Yeah,
doesn't,
like casual conversation.
yeah, like it doesn't bother me anymore. And yeah, that was just a year or so ago. Like it's amazing how much you can improve yourself in just 1 year if you really want to change. I was depressed a lot growing up, and I didn't like who I was. I didn't like that I had a disability. I thought it was unfair, and I
Right.
really hated myself. But now I'm like that's completely different. I look at myself totally different now. I actually love who I am. I excuse me. I love that I have a disability because it makes me who I am. I wouldn't be as great as I am without it.
Right. And I mean, you yourself, you like I read earlier, you're a life coach. So you're
Mhm.
used to motivating and encouraging people all the time. And it's probably why one of the reasons you're doing uh, a career like this is because you want to be able to uplift people the best way that they can, right?
Exactly. I started my journey on self improvement. A year and a half to 2 years ago, and just I love how much happier I am, how much more I enjoy local life. So now I want to help other people experience the same thing. So that's why I'm a, a life coach. You know, I've had my own coaches. I know how powerful it is, and I know how to help people now because of them. And I'm still learning. I'm still being trained literally daily. I'm training daily, and I have my own coaches that are there to support me anytime that I need them. So like I'm not only preaching it, but I'm also getting preached. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I'm I will never say I'm some sort of guru or anything like that. Like I'm still learning, but I also know that I'm at a point now that I can really make an impact on somebody else's life.
I mean, that's all you can do. Just use, like you said, utilize the tools that you've gained and the knowledge. And if you can make it to where you can really encourage people, that's what really makes a difference. And it's what makes everything we do worth it in our lives. So
Exactly.
so for you, of course, we've been talking about a little bit about this life coach journey. What are some of the most common questions or the most common situations you find yourself having to face when it comes to somebody seeking a life coach?
So the most common is depression. You know, people that just don't like who they are. They don't like what their life looks like, and it's people just they're reaching out to me just for help. They don't know where to go, and you know they see my videos online, and they just feel that I can help them. So then we start talking, and that's when I start helping them. But yeah, that's what I've been doing with the most. And then the other thing is parents who have children with special needs, or as I like to say, special abilities. That
Yeah.
they're struggling to know what to do with their children. Like their kid might have cerebral palsy, and they just don't know how to help their child the most effectively. So I'm having parents reach out for support also, which is what I love the most. I really want to help parents that have kids with disabilities because I know, I've been through that myself, as a kid, so I know I can really help them, you know.
You know, I have to connect you with a friend, with a good friend of mine, DJ Nicholson. She does a lot of work with kids with you know, different abilities, and
Mhm.
she's very into that. She's an advocate for that. She does have like her own web series online, so I'd like to connect you with her to see what you guys can do together.
Yeah, that would
She's pretty
be
awesome.
amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. And you know, and I'm always about, you know, when it comes to podcasting and things like that, if we have the opportunity to help others, you know, it's a good thing. You know, a lot of people think that when we go into podcasting and things like that, it's for you know, all for oneself. But in reality, when you have a group of people involved and you involve your community, you involve those that you talk to, and everything is awesome,
Hmm.
it makes everything worthwhile, and that's how you grow.
Yeah, exactly.
And we got one like on the live stream. Appreciate you guys being on the show.
Awesome.
Um, I'm really enjoying you guys on, and you know, really enjoying Nick on the show so far. Um, Nick, for you, like we were just talking earlier. So, what is your goal with this? Like what you're doing now? Is it something you want to expand like worldwide? Like something really big?
Yeah, definitely. So I want to start with coaching, and then expand into courses so I can help more people. My ultimate goal is to help 1 billion people. That's my goal for life. So
I hope we all end up doing that. 1 billion people. Imagine that if the whole world can just come together and do something. But we, like I said earlier, we live in a society where everything seems so. Everybody, not everybody, but some people seem real selfish and they care about themselves and they forget that at the end of the day, they're human and they're going to need help at some point. You know. And I was one of those people. I don't know if you were that way, but I was one of those people that didn't believe in help. You know, I want to do everything myself. I was completely independent, didn't want to do anything, didn't want to do anything with other people. And then one day I found myself in a situation where, like, wait a minute, there's people and technology and things that exist for a reason. Use them. You know, they're there. Take advantage. Don't be ashamed in asking for help. I was one of those people. I used to be ashamed of asking for help. And not until recently that I decided to be like, you know what? It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to embrace it.
yeah, I agree. I went through a little bit of that myself, and yeah, it's always good to have people around you that are willing to help you. Because for me, there are things that are very difficult for me to do, or just quite frankly dangerous for me. So if I can get somebody to help me, that's a lot better.
Right, right, and hey, there's nothing wrong with you know, taking a risk and seeing if something works. If it doesn't work,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you tried it, right?
Oh yeah. Mm, The way I live is I'll try anything at least one time, usually twice before I learn, the hard way that I shouldn't do that. But yeah, I try everything at least twice.
So that's I mean, that's always good, you know. Just try it, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You keep on moving, right?
Yep.
Are you? Would you like to write like a book someday, or become like an author? Maybe write a little bit about this journey that you're doing.
Yeah. So I do have two little short books. Um, I read I have one of them on Amazon. One of them is just an ebook. But yeah, I mean, I do have two books out right now. they're just short little books. I wanted just like something easy to read. The one on Amazon is called "Inspiring Motivational Strategies," and that's just a short little book to help you like get over like a slump. Like if you just feel like you don't want to do anything, but you know that you should, you can just open up any page in that book and be inspired to go out and do more, which is awesome. So, and then I am working on like my life story book. I'm currently working on that. That one's going to take a while, but we're, I'm really working on that one.
Yeah, that sounds wonderful. Hey, and if you guys want to check out those books, definitely go on to Amazon and check them out and support Nick. And he's doing something good for the world and for the community. So so Nick, what piece of advice would you give those out there that are trying to I guess struggling in their journey but are starting on their own?
So if you're starting on your own, I guess the most important thing is never give up. Um, you you cannot fail if you don't quit trying. The only time you fail is if you give up. So never give up. You won't fail. Every time that don't succeed, learn from your mistake and then do it better next time. That's
Right,
how
right.
I live.
It's the only way to live. You can't really achieve your goals if you don't try at least once and get back up and keep going, right?
Exactly. Yep.
And then where can my listeners find more about you? Where can they find you?
So I have a website which you can also find the books on there. It's just nickyerhart.com. And then you can find me on basically any social media. Just type in Nick Yerhart. I'm the one and only. So as soon as you type my name in, I pop up. So
Hey, hey man, it's been a pretty cool conversation having you on today. Really
yeah,
awesome.
yeah. Thank you. It's been really cool.
Definitely, man. And like I said, if you guys want to check out this episode, you guys can you guys can rewatch this episode on on every platform. Eventually, I'll also have them on audio, so they'll be available for Apple iTunes and Spotify and every other audio podcasting outlet out there. If you guys enjoyed this episode, definitely subscribe to the channel. Uh, go check go every other platform. LinkedIn. Go on Facebook. Go on Twitter. Everywhere, and show your support, and also show your support for Nick, who took the time to be on the show today to tell us his story and very motivating, very captivating, and appreciate you being on.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
All right, you guys. And as I always say, until next time, and enjoy your Thanksgiving, your happy holidays, and remember, be kind to each other, appreciate each other, and we're all for each other. So until next time, you guys, have a good one.